Evening everyone, so this is the solution for day 26. Day 26 is our multi-components on one technical drawing. So we have 5 components, ball end, handle, screw, base plate and pin. Hopefully you've noticed today that the dimensions look a bit different to what we've been working with, and hopefully everyone spotted in the bottom corner. Okay, we've swapped to inches, so we've actually drawn everything in inches. Today, so just to sort of spice up your technique a little bit further. So what we're going to do today is basically replicate all 5, and again you guys can either output all 5 on a different drawing, or you can sort of save 5 blocks and 5 different files. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to work from left to right. Okay, so first one I'm going to start with is our little ball ends. So nice and straightforward. Open up my template. Okay, and I'm going to draw all 5 in one file, but you guys can sort of do whatever you want. So I'm going to type units in first. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my units and switch to inches. Take my scale down to 2 decimal places and hit OK. So now I'm now in units. And like always, I'm going to find my center points by using X line. Okay, 1 and 2. So this is going to be the first place to start my ball end. So I'm going to draw this as 3 views. So I've got like a front view, top view, and a bottom view. So overall the shape is 0.56 of an inch. So straight into circle, 0, 0, D for diameter, 0.56. Okay, and then I'm going to go zoom. So this will go to quite small in comparison to what we're used to dealing with. So when you come into dimensions, okay, the dimensions are going to be really big as everything's going to be really small. So this is where you have to use AutoCAD, so it's a bit more finer. So when you come into stuff like annotation, I've got on standard ISO 25. I'm just going to change that to standard. Either standard or annotative. Annotative should sort of adapt to the scale. So if you do another diameter, yeah, we're drawing 1 to 1. Okay, it's roughly the same size because that's what the 1 to 1 sizing is. If I change it again to standard, okay, hopefully now this should be scaled smaller, like so. So it's all just about what kind of process that you guys want to actually do. So just make sure you are using the right output. So I'm going to put that into a bit more of a standard kind of view. Also while I'm here, I'm just going to come into annotate function, just modify that standard. Just going to change the precision down slightly. There we go. So that's my diameter. Okay, change it to Tim's. There we go. And change that one to drawing, like so. Next in, we're going to have a look at, we've got this chopped off section. So basically from the top all the way running sort of down, we're up to 0.47. So again, just bring a line. Running down 0.47, and I can come sort of left and I can come right, and I'm just going to trim that one out like so. And what I can do 1 and 2 is just change that to my drawing. So that's my first kind of view of the 2. Then I'm going to offset. Now normally I do 20 mil, so which is about an inch. So I'm going to do 0.5 of an inch, which should be about 10 mil. I'm going to keep the view again quite small. So again, circle, diameter 0.56, circle, D for diameter, circle. D for diameter 0.56. Change that one to drawing. Change it to drawing. Now I've got another circle, which is the 0.25. So again, circle D 0.25, which will go on the inside there. And I've got a slightly outer circle of 0.58 as a circle. Center point again. D for demo 0.38. Like I say, so that's my bottom view, and my top view is just basically another kind of circle. So we're going to do 0.5, and then 0.5 again up. So circle, that center point, and then 0.56. And make sure I do it in diameter this time. Do 0.56. There we go. So now I can put on some dimensions again. So I've got my diameter here, 38, diameter 25. Actually inside I've got a like a drilled out piece, which is again pretty much to the edge of my components. It's near enough 0.5, so again this is going to be another line coming across 0.125. It should go 0.47, so 0.47. And again, going back across 0.125 and up to 0.47. Like so. Let's sort of double that for some reason. Okay, and it comes sort of across the peak, so if we then drop a line 45 degrees. So 135, 270. So roughly about there. So if I draw another line across the flat, I'm going to do this a bit more free-handed rather than working out the mass, but that should be about 50 odd degrees, 42. So which is about right for a drill. Okay, but like the more you can just trim everything out. Maybe use a mirror tool. Mirror that one around a point. Like so. Now what I'm going to do now is just change all these to hidden. Like so. That's that one, but that's not meant to be hidden. Okay, now you can kind of see that none of my hidden lines are coming, so I'm going to get line type scale LTS. I'm going to take this down to 5. So work out how far on the millimeter scale that I'm in, so 0.1. And again, it's 0.05. So you can see that I've got a hidden line there and still nothing, so LTS 0.05, there we go. Go back to being construction line. And that's my hidden element then also in. So that's sort of my first kind of little component to draw. The next one is I've got the handle 6 inches. By 0.25 and then 0.35. So again, just going to offset this maybe 2 inches, 50 mil. And this time we're going to choose a point. So, again, wherever you kind of want to do it from. So offset this one 6 inches. Give it a nice line up here. And this guy is 0. So offset again 0.35. And from the top 0.38 down, and then 5.25. So I'm going to colour that on slightly different. And the last one then is then the 6-inch line, which you started off as there. So now when we're going to draw, I'm just going to draw one big rectangle around my whole shape, and I know that my top one is 0.25 of an inch. So offset, what is it, 0.35? Yes, 0.35, so to find the centre, which will be 0.18, so 0.18, and then 0.25, which would be 12, 0.125, so let's do offset again, 0.125, out and out. That's basically going to be my new line, like so. Like so, same for the top. Line again, running out and up. Trim out the lines that you don't want. And that's that one now complete. And you might want to do like another little kind of circle view, so we'll do it here again. D 0.125, same again, D 0.35, and there's then the outer circles. You can come along and put in your dimensions again. Then we move along to the screws, and offset again over 2 inches from the, I'm going to do it from the centre line, like so. This time it's again another offset 0.75, which would give us that kind of value there. And obviously then you can divide that one out and again you get 0.38, so which would give us our centre. And again, you can kind of pick the same points if like you want, so I kind of put that a bit high actually, so I'm going to try and keep all my positions roughly aligned. So I'm going to actually just circle at the bottom, so 0.38, circle, 0.38, which will give me the outside. And there's 0.6 from the centre, so offset 0.03 the way, line, line running across. Now I'm just looking at that, and if you actually look at that kind of line there, isn't actually in line, so if you change that back to, there we go, so that will match my top part up quite nicely. So that's the top half done. Now I need to drop it down in half, so you choose sort of a line. So I'm going to do 0.5, I'm going to use this line because the line is already there. And So I need to basically now do half of 24, so offset again 0.24, which will become 1, 2. I'll take the drift out there. So it's half a mil long, so it's got to do one offset, 0.31 of an inch at the top. So now I can start, drop down 0.31, come in, drop down, move across, back up, like so. That should all measure in to half, which it does. So let's just get that one out of the way. And obviously then we've got this like little dome edge, so which just sort of peaks a little bit higher. So this is just a slight little dome, just to symbolise a bit of the actual peak. So 3 art needs to go in the middle and it will start. Second. Where is start? Starting direction, start and little flick like that, trim out the middle. Like so. Again, if you need that radius, it's a sort of a natural screw head. And then we've got a little chamfer down the bottom of 0.03, so you can use the chamfer tool. Distance 0.03, 0.03. Choose once, choose twice, choose once, choose twice. There we go, and there's that element completed. We're going to move on to the base. Okay, so again, let's just offset again. Let's do 2 inches again from a point. This time we're 2 inches in diameter. So 1 mil, hit the centre. So this time it's going to pick a point that's kind of going to be quite nice to work with. It's 1. And then centre that one again. Alright, D 0.26. And then it's just a case of like working back from the edge. I'm going to start this right side 0.25, so offset 0.125, and then I've got an offset of 0.62. And that's to the centre, so from that point D 0.25, and then you can just do the line tool from the quadrant to the edge. That's that side done. This one's half, so again offset 0.25. You might kind of find these lines get very, so I've got loads because I'm doing multiple on each side, so it's kind of a case of just do whatever you're happy sort of doing. Like so, and we get top one, which is 0.38, so 0.38 is going to give us 1.19. This guy is 0.55. One yellow. So it's pretty big. That's done. Just say that seems massive. From the quadrant back to the top. And then last one is we have 0.62. So offset 0.315. And this distance is 0.39. Just keep it nice and clear for when I do my designs. 0.62. Like so, you might want to turn off your constructions for this trim. So this makes it nice and easy. You can just click once and click twice, so there's our kind of our shape. Now when we come back on the construction, you might want to sort of base it, and again it's only half. And it's just going to be a rectangle box. And if you're doing the, like a view, it'll be when everyone's there. And there's actually that blue line, so it's just down. And like so, turn that one off. Then you've got your little top view as well in front. And last one's just this little pin. So again, just going to offset now. 2 inches. I mean, you might be thinking, God, there's so many colours now. You might just want to do it as a, as a separate file. This is whatever you guys are more happy doing. So 0.25. Try and get it remotely in line to doing the bottom one. 0.125. Get the centre, and it's going to be circle. The 0.25 and 0.13. 0.3. That's that bit. 0.1 of an 8, so that's probably one from the blue line. 0.88. So just remember it's on that line. Like so, the length is 0.6. Distance 0.06. 0.06. And for multiple, once, twice, 3 times, and 4. Sign a few construction lines. There we go, and there's all our components. So pin, base plate, screw, handle, ball end. So obviously then you can go around and dimension them and label them up. So that's how you complete today's exercise. Hope you guys found this one really, really useful. So stay tuned for tomorrow, where we complete our 6th part and 7th part for our assembly. Right guys, take it easy.